Welcome back to TV5 News at 9. It's time for Education Matters. Today we're talking about every student's least favorite topic, homework. Here with us is Dr. Craig Douglas. So it's very hard for parents to determine how much time they should spend with their kid doing homework. So what advice do you have for them, maybe at home, when they do sit down?
Yeah, and I know it can vary by the age of the youngster, but one thing I'm saying on behalf of almost all the teachers I've ever interacted with, avoid doing the homework for the child. You'd be surprised. I think it's that willingness to want to step in and make sure that it's perfect, that sometimes parents will leap in and actually perform the homework. And as my wife said to me this morning, her dad used to say, look, if I do it here at the kitchen table, you're not going to know how to do it in the classroom.
That's
so
true.
You've got to do it yourself. That's the way he talked to Joan. And I think that's great advice.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
So what would you say to a parent who maybe isn't as familiar with the topic that the child is working on?
That's the sticky wicket. And as teaching techniques and content changes over time, I mean, none of us can leap as an adult back in time and actually remember with perfection, right? So I would say a first thing would be to ask some key questions of the child, draw information from the child in terms of context of how the homework assignment was delivered, whatever the subject was. This is kind of across all subjects, right? So ask some key questions of the child and try and get information from the child so the child has ownership. And then if there is a particular topic, let's say, I'm making this up, let's say it's adding complex fractions, we haven't done that in a while. Well, maybe take some time and go to that textbook, look for examples in the textbook. Many textbooks have online resources today, which is very powerful for parents. And also the internet, I always talk about the Khan Academy. That's a great resource for a topic like adding complex fractions to kind of get some review for the parent prior to really helping the child. And then coaching the child along the way. So again, with adding fractions, maybe it's adding fractions with like denominators first to rehearse and then work on changing denominators. So it goes from more simple and basic and concrete and understanding to a little bit more abstract and complex. Patience is a virtue. Patience, that's what parents have to practice. Asking the key questions, starting with what's known and moving forward. Those would be my talking points across all subjects.
I really like how you mentioned to ask the child, because they can probably tell you a little bit more to give you that refresher, because it's almost like we have to go back and relearn this a little bit if you don't use it every day. So.
Exactly, and it also builds confidence in the child because the parents validating the child's level of understanding and also communicating to the child, it's okay to be confused. You knew it here, it's okay to be confused. Let's work through this together.
Yeah, really great advice. Thank you so much for being here with us today. And if you would like any more information about today's topic, you can check out the TV5 Hot Links page.